Hey Johnny, this is Matt Filler. In this quick custom video, I'm going to show you 3 things that business owners can do today to bring in customers to their businesses. Now, you already seem really interested in working with me, or at least getting a website going. And oftentimes in the world of the internet, a lot of local business owners are too busy they're running their business to be learning how the internet can benefit them and their company. So I give them a blueprint of things they can do to impact their business for free. Some of them raise their hands and say they want me to do it for them. Anyway, so I'm going to go over 3 things that set companies above their competition: content, citations, and backlinks. So the first thing I want to go over is content. Content is the words that Google can see on a web page, and in particular the keywords that Google finds there. Now you notice that I've found your old web page on the Wayback Machine, but I also checked in JohnnyRooter.biz is available as a domain name for a plumbing only site. Anyhow, I'm going to show you some things about websites. One thing is that the images are saved in ways that can provide additional keywords, but yours weren't. Whoever did your website didn't know about that and wasn't tuned into doing SEO, which is something that I'm very tuned into, and that's aimed at getting a website to be more than a business card, but something that brings in clients from the web who are searching for electrician or plumbing services. So we include buyer intent keywords like Torrance Electrician right in that name, and also in something called the alt text that's available behind images for blind people, which Google also reads. The content you have on a website is critical because that is what Google can read on your site. It is the basis on which they decide what keywords to show a site for, and thus who to show your site to. You guys had about 550 words on your homepage. I'm sure you know these guys over here are one of your competitors. I went through their site and they've got about 2,000 words of content. Studies show that most sites in the top 3 on Google for something like an electrician in a local area or a plumber in a local area have at least 1,500 to 2,200 words. So getting more content on your website, we get it to immediately start ranking those all-important buyer intent keywords. You also might want to consider adding what we call service pages or location pages to your website for various cities that you serve, so you can start ranking for those cities as well, as you can see that Carter Services has done. They also break out their key services on individual pages so that they can rank for those individual services that you'll see in here. So this is a website called, a tool I use called Ahrefs, which starts, essentially it gives me a behind the scenes details of what Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So I ran a quick scan of your competitor here. You can see they're getting 533 visits from Google per month. That's traffic you could be getting. Now here's the cool part. If I click on keywords here, you can see the exact keywords your competition is ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. As you can see, your competitor is ranking for electrician Torrance Electrician, ceiling fan repair Los Angeles, Torrance Electric, getting traffic for those, job for outlet installation, security landscape lighting company, smoke detector installation Los Angeles. When I look at your old site, I don't know whether you were getting any traffic before because it's been so long, but you still have a couple of backlinks. That's about it. So anyhow, what you need to do to beat out your competition online is to have a minimum of 1,500 to 2,200 words on your homepage with buyer intent keywords sprinkled in, because the content is what's driving your competitors' keywords, and it's 100% beatable if you get that done. So the first thing I'll talk to you about today is to add content to a website to get it to ranking for buyer intent keywords. Next, I'm going to show you the second important thing I want to talk about, and that is citations. Today, the vast majority of people looking for goods and services are doing so online first, and the place over 90% of them go to start their search is Google. Looking at the Google search results page for electrician Torrance, the first thing we see is the ads that people are paying Google to be up on. Ads can work, but they can also become a money pit if your website isn't dialed in, so be careful not to burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure your site will convert. You know, this next section is the Google Map Pack, or the Maps, or Google Business Profiles. This section gets half the calls from the web. And in these results, you can see the business name, address, and phone number, also known as the NAP, for name, address, and phone number. And this is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So now you're asking, hey Matt, how do I show up in Maps? To answer your question, there are a number of fairly obvious things you can do by looking at the options that come up when you click on Manage Your Business Profile as you look at your own business profile. Most of those options contribute to ranking a Maps profile, and keep at it because Google Maps definitely rewards recent activity. But I'm going to focus on citations, the most powerful, number one non-obvious thing you can do today to push your business up in the Map Pack, which is usually the key factor as to which sites rank. Right now, you're not ranking in the top 3, and your business name, address, and phone number aren't listed in many directories. A directory is an internet site like InfoUSA, Yelp, Yext, CityStar. And your competitor, they're listed in more directories. So a citation is your name, address, and phone number on places like Yellow Book, the BBB, OpenList, and a couple hundred other directories and social media sites. And when you get more citations, you gain more trust in your competitor from Google, pushing you above them in the Map Pack. Now you might be asking yourself, great, how do I do that? Well, it's really simple. We use sites like Bright Local that will tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on. Then we can literally go down their list and match what directories they are on. But we don't stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 50 citations, we want to get what they got and then add 50 to 100 more. So it takes them a long time to catch back up. So the second thing I've taught you about today is how citations are key to moving you up in the Map Pack to get you more calls from the internet. Now the third thing I want to cover with you is backlinks. This is the organic search section of Google. 60% of searchers focus here. And number one is where you want to be, and to get there, you need to beat out your competition in every respect. How high you rank here depends on a number of factors, but the most important one is authority. A key factor in giving your site authority in Google's eyes is backlinks. Backlinks, simply put, work like this. Another site is pointing to your site. That other site is acting like link juice, which gives your website more authority in Google's eyes, almost like a popularity contest. I don't know how many backlinks you had on your site originally. Right now you're down to 2 from one directory listing that looks like it's still got your old domain name in there. So we'll look at your competitors' backlinks. Let's look at these backlinks. There's more to it than just how many backlinks you have. The backlinks you obtain work a lot more effectively when they come from strong, busy, and relevant sites. You can see right here how strong the site is, and over here how much traffic it's getting. The competitor is not very strong and not very much traffic, really. It only has 67 backlinks. As for relevant, if you have a local blog or an electrician industry site linking back to you, that would be great. But if you're an electrician and you have Pizza Hut linking to you, not so great because you don't sell pepperoni. With Ahrefs, we can see exactly which links your competition has, and we can get those same backlinks for your business. These backlinks will give you the authority with Google that will propel you towards number 1. So I've explained how web backlinks get your site authority on the web, and how if you have more authority, then you will rank higher in the searches people are doing to find an electrician or a plumber. Getting you to the top is not magic, it's just a method, and I've shown you that method today. So once again, we went over content. Your front page needs at least 1,500 to 2,200 words. Citations, you want to have 100 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And backlinks, you need more strong, busy, relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority in your niche. And if you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 in Google for your local area. So what now? Well, if you want your business to grow, you can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, you want the most effective route and you want to save yourself the time, you want someone to build a website for you, you can give me a call here at 562-264-5530 or reply to my email, and we can have a chat. Once again, my name is Matt Filler. Thank you, Johnny, for watching this video today. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.